friends, I am back once again, and we are in the middle of yet another hot Sunday. I cannot possibly have Kehwa today, but I can definitely converse with you on Sunday Kehwa Sips on behalf of Mushtaq Bala and Kashmir Pen. You know, I'm going to talk about short stories and short story writers who have fascinated me. So today let me talk about Ruskin Bond. Who doesn't know Ruskin Bond? I have always been a great fan of his. How simply, how elegantly he writes. I always had an ardent desire to meet him, but alas, haven't been able to meet him so far. I'm really envious of friends who have met him. By the way, his birthday was on 19th May, his 91st birthday. May he keep entertaining and enchanting the world for years and years with his immensely touching stories, which, to use his own words, contain worlds upon worlds within them. In his dedication to the book Night Train at Deoli, he says, "To you, gentle reader, I use the old-fashioned term to address you because I like it, and because I know only the more gentle kind of person is likely to care much for my stories." Inverted commas closed. In a world ripped asunder by brutality and belligerence, he is not keen to write profound philosophical stories, but just about the simple joys of life, of flower blooming, the changing hues of the sky, the sparkling rivers, shimmering streams, cheerful roadside hamlets, and mischievous escapades. Car chases and evil villains providing an escape from the harsh reality of life and to transport us to underworld, far from the madding crowd. The lofty hills, soft breezes, and waterfalls creating a serene and beautiful new world, soothing the readers by the utter simplicity of his stories. Let me tell you something more about his most popular fictional character, Rusty. Rusty is a 16-year-old orphaned Anglo-Indian boy residing in Dehradun. He has no family. This character offers a teenager's perspective on tackling the complex chaos of life, relationship, love, and joy. He lives with a strict guardian, John Harrison, and is forced to follow his rules. He cannot disobey him for fear of being caned. He has no real friends. He feels very lonely in his guardian's house in the European part of Dehradun. Keen to embrace Indian culture and lifestyle, he strikes friendships with some Indian boys. And the character of Rusty is based on Bond himself as a teenager. The Room on the Roof was his first book, which he wrote at the age of 17. It was semi-autobiographical, and Rusty was the main character around whom the stories unfold, with his friends and the time he spent in a rented room in Dehradun. Ruskin Bond says, Rusty is all about the winning of friends. Rusty, a sensitive and often lonely boy, he puts his trust in friendship. Some of the novels and short stories where Rusty features are The Room on the Roof, Vagrants in the Valley, which is a sequel to The Room on the Roof, Rusty the Boy from the Hills, it's a collection of short stories, Rusty Runs Away, collection of short stories, Rusty and the Magic Mountain, Rusty Goes to London, Rusty Comes Home, The Adventures of Rusty, which is also a collection of short stories, Delhi Is Not Far, Rusty Plays Holy, Rusty and the Leopard. Well, so right now I'm not going to tell you any Rusty story, but I'm going to read a few lines from this book. I had talked about this book earlier too, and I'll just read a few lines from this book, and I hope you will get the book. You will just love this book. It's also a collection of selected fiction from small towns, big stories. So the first story, The Big Race. The Big Race. Dawn crept quietly over the sleeping town. Koki heard a soft tapping on the window pane and immediately sat up in bed. She was 10 years old. Her hair fell about her shoulders in a disorderly fashion, and there were slight shadows under her dark eyes. But she was wide awake and listening. The tapping was repeated. Koki got out of bed and tiptoed across to the window and unlatched it. Ranji was standing outside looking somewhat disgruntled. "Come on," he said, "it's nearly time." Koki put her finger to her lips, for she did not want her parents and grandmother to wake up. "You go and tell Bhim," he whispered. "I'll meet you at the Maidan." Ranji hurried off in the direction of Bhim's house, and Koki turned from the window and went to the dressing table. She combed her hair carelessly and tied it roughly with a ribbon. She was excited and in a hurry and had slept in her dress, which was very crushed. Now she was ready to leave. So this is on page 1 of the book, and I think you're going to love this book. So get hold of this and read it. And so toodaloo, see you next Sunday. It's very hot here and I'm perspiring, so I better stop here. Bye, toodaloo, see you again.